How is everyone doing today? Well, it's September 22nd today of this recording of the video, and I don't know about you, but I'm not ready for the cold and frost yet. But the forecast tonight is calling for -1 here in the zone 4 we have, and frost. So I'm getting in the greenhouse here right now. I'm going to prep some of it to hopefully carry it over, and then I need to take care of my irrigation system, because if it's going down to -1 means the water's going to freeze. So I have to sort of drain the lines, bring the pump inside, and make sure my warblers are all drained out. And I've got a cat here, Taco. He's just chatting up a storm here, aren't you, Taco? You want some attention? Don't you, Taco? Gonna tell everybody hello? Yeah. He went missing for a few days last week. He disappeared for like 4 days and we didn't know where he went to. But he's back. So we're excited. We got Taco the cat back. He's the bestest kitty in the world. I think all cat owners say that. But I'm trying to shoot this video here. He keeps chasing me around. He wants some kitty snuggles. So we'll give him a few real quick ones here. And we gotta be Taco. Okay, we gotta go. Taco. Hey. Taco. Hey, we gotta go. I got things to do here. Okay, I'll let him go so we can get some stuff done here. So what I was saying, yeah, it's getting down to -1 tonight. So I gotta get some stuff done. I've got my old roll covers here from my old garden here. They're pretty ratty now, but I'm gonna toss them over the peppers here in the greenhouse, and I'm hoping that that might help save them a bit. When it frosts pretty hard, no amount of plastic's really gonna help you. It's like -1, it's pretty cold. But I was just in here picking some tomatoes, and we have tons of tomatoes here. I'm not expecting the cucumbers to last tonight. They're pretty much done for the most part. They're all wilting off. But my peppers are still full force here. They haven't really produced a whole lot this year. The banana peppers at the far end have, but they've kind of slowed down. So what I'm going to do is cover them with the roll covers quickly. And this evening what I'm going to do, I'm leaving the fan on up top there. I'll probably put it on like the highest speed. From what I understand, wineries here in Ontario, what they do when there's going to be frost warning, they turn the fans on and it moves the air. So frost, there's air movement, so frost can't really stick. Or, well, I don't know how frost really works, honestly, but it just helps move the air, and frost doesn't really like air movement. It likes the still areas. So I'm going to try that in here to get some air movement. But I'm going to throw this stuff on real quick here, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's done here. All right, so I got the covers on. Ideally, you'd want them to come down over all the way, but this is all I have left of my sad state of covers. I need to purchase more, which I haven't got around to doing yet. Because honestly, most of my crops outside, they are all cold hardy crops. So I got the carrots, spinach, lettuce, beets, radishes. They can tolerate a frost for the most part because they like the cold. But things like the tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, eggplants, they're not going to survive very well in the cold and the frost. But yeah, we're going to hope that this works tonight. Like I said, got the fan. I'll turn it up higher later on. And my other thought process here was I was thinking of bringing one of my grow lights out here, one of my Mars grow lights, because it puts up a little bit of heat. It might give us some heat in here. But I don't know if I'll be doing that or not. Seems like a bit of effort to bring it out. But who knows? We'll see how I'm feeling later on. And then it's been weird weather. It's been raining on and off. We had crazy thunderstorm last night. Crazy lightning every 20 seconds. Super hot and muggy, and now it's chilly today. So we'll see how that goes. The other thing I need to do in the greenhouse as well is I have a ginger here I should probably pick or take in. But I've got my citrus plants here. I've got some lemon trees. Got this habanero plant I transplanted last year in pot. And it's sort of been kind of growing. It's kind of sad state. I might try to keep it again this year. And I got my beloved fig tree that I've been wanting for years. I got this from a friend at the farmer's market this year. Paid $8. It's doing really well. So this definitely needs to go inside because I do not want take care of that because I'm very excited about that. I need to repot it into a bigger pot. And yeah, so I'm gonna pull those over soon. Once the rain kind of stops, I'm gonna go over to the irrigation and I'll show you guys that process as well. Here are some of the tomatoes too. I just want to show you that I just harvested. Some of them are monsters. This guy here, just, you know, let's weigh him up right now. I wanted to weigh him up and see what they weighed. There's another one I have that's a little bigger. So we'll get that teared out. 1.57 pounds, so almost a pound and a half. That's pretty unreal. So I got another one in here in the buried that I want to pull out, but I have to do that once I sort them. And I think it's going to be close to 2 pounds. So that's not too bad. It's out of a tomato, if I say. Alright, so let's head down to the irrigation system here. And we're going to unhook it quickly, bring the pump up. And then I need to get, like I said, the wobblers. I need to just unhook the hoses so the water drains out so they don't freeze and crack on me. So this is the first year with the irrigation system. So it's pretty straightforward to get it shut down for the day. Hopefully after today we won't have frost and cold for a while, a few more days at least, so I can maybe run the pump once more, because I haven't done a video on how my irrigation system works yet, because I just haven't, and it's been raining quite a bit, so I haven't need to use it. So I covered this up last night because it was super rainy. So this is the intake pipe. All I'm going to do here, my cam locks, it's super fast and easy. All I got to do is pull this up, pull that down, pull this out, and it's good. And here, we're going to pull this one up, pull this one down. Gonna pull it real fast because it's going to drain. There we go. So now I'll just let this sit and drain for a few minutes. And that should get rid of most of the water in the irrigation line there drained out. So while that's draining, I'm gonna grab my pump here. We're gonna take it up inside and leave it inside for the night. And we'll see what happens for the next few days for the weather. So I'll take this inside and I'll meet you guys over in the garden area. So it's Thursday as well today. I thought it was Wednesday, so I was supposed to be harvesting a bunch of stuff this morning with my helper. And I thought it was Wednesday, so I ended up taking him out to the woods, cutting wood, splitting wood. And then I, using the chainsaw, get a little tired after using the chainsaw, but had to come back and harvest some veggies and do this. So I'm kind of dragging my feet now. Oh yeah, I want to show you one other thing too I'm really excited about, is grapes. First grapes here. Planted these this spring, and we have grapes. Not many, but enough for the first year. So these are white seeded Oscar Muscat. I think that's how you pronounce it. So they're self-fertile, which I kind of wanted, and they're nicer, smaller, but they're pretty much ready, and they're sweet. And I wanted a multi-purpose one for eating and possibly making wine if I ever get enough grapes. And I've got some red ones down here. So these ones are Swenson Red. They're for fresh eating and wine as well. And they're coming along nicely. So I'm going to pick one here. They're really sweet as well. Really good. So, sorry, spin the seeds out. I'm going to save a bunch of these seeds and try starting more for next year. And if all goes well, maybe start a mini vineyard here. You know, 10, 15, 20 plants would be kind of cool to have for good old grapes. So now, heading into the garden here. So these squash plants, I'm going to actually take one of these black tarps here and stick the tarp over top of it, because this is the plant I showed you guys in another video that's loaded with butternut squashes. They're not all quite ripe yet, so I want to save those. Herbs I'm not too worried about. Basil, I should probably try to cut more of that, bring it inside. But here's most of the stuff here. It's all cold hardy. All right, so here's the wobblers here. Super straightforward. I'll just set the camera down here so you guys can see. So all I gotta do is disconnect this here, and the water will drip out there, and then I'll come down to each hose as well and drain it out quickly. So I'll do that real quick, and then I'll show you the next step here. What I'm going to do here with my header here, I'm just going to disconnect the main one here for the most part. Disconnect that, and I might just take this one here, flip it over. Yeah, there's not much water in there anyways, so it's probably fine, but I just wanted to disconnect it, so if there was any freezing, the ice would come out the tops. It would be okay. I'm just gonna leave these connected here. I'm not too concerned about it. And over here, these squashes, I'm not covering up. The zucchinis and patty pans, these ones are terrible this year. I got a fairly good harvest the last few weeks, but other than that, just terrible, dying off. The tomatoes, I honestly don't care a whole lot about them anymore. There's a lot on them. Kristen was making salsa the other day. I picked a bunch here. I'm gonna have to hopefully pick, if I have frost, whatever, the plants are pretty much dead. Some of them, I'll just pick whatever's left over. Can make sauce out of the tomatoes after frost. These cherry tomatoes I haven't really picked this year, haven't had time, and I find cherry tomatoes too much work after having them this year. And these beds are looking pretty wild, so I need to get them tamed. But yeah, hopefully that'll be all good. And I've got one more squash plant down here, butternut squash. I think I might try to cover them up a little bit too. I might do that now. Just pull this tarp up and over it so it's sort of covered. And I'll do that quickly and show you how she looks after. Okay, so I just pulled it up over, put a weight on the one side, and hopefully that should hold it. And that'll be okay. This one I'm not too concerned about. See what happens. Sometimes it's good to risk it to see what happens. For the most part, we're on a hill, so the frost technically should roll down the slope here and end up there. If there's gonna be frost, I think that's how it usually works, because there should be a little bit of wind draft coming down. That's my theory. If it works, if that's how it really works, I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. I'll show you guys tomorrow in a different video on how it works out for me here. But I'm going to end the video there at that. I just want to show you my quick little closing down process and trying to extend my season for another few weeks if we can for the greenhouse and some of the squash plants outside. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have an awesome harvest, filling up those cold cellars. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. Don't forget, guys, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up. We'll see you out there. Happy gardening.